Gujarati food, selecting Punjabi food, and this is for selecting South Indian food. Okay, and you know this can be done in N1 is equal to 2 ways. There were only two Gujarati items, Dhokla and Khamal, and for Punjabi there were 3 items. What was that? Khoya Kaju, Paneer and Veg Kadai. And for South Indian we have 4 items, and I want to select one item of each of these 3 different types of foods. So here I can use multiplication rule or multiplication principle. So by multiplication principle, it will be n1 into n2 into n3. This is called fundamental principle of counting. 2 into 3 into 4. So 3 to the 6 plus into 4 is 24. So in 24 ways, you can have one item of each type. Okay. So this is again a very interesting example. But let us do some more interesting problems and some mathematical problems also. You can see the next example on your screen. Okay, this is also a non-mathematical example, but an interesting one. If you want to reach college from your home, okay, so this is your home and this is college, okay, and there is a coffee shop and a theater on your way to college, and there are different ways to pass through these places as shown in the following slide. So let us see here on the board. Okay, there is a coffee shop here, coffee shop, and this is a theater, and there are different ways. Okay, you can. Our main aim is to reach from home to college. Suppose there are 3 ways or 3 roads which goes through the coffee shop, and there are say 5 ways from you can reach from coffee shop to the theater, and again suppose there are 2 ways from theater you can reach to college. So in how many ways you can go from your home to college? That is our question, and this can be answered again by the multiplication principle in this manner. Okay, the main task, that is E, you can take as to reach college from home, to reach college from home, and this can be done by applying the following operations in some order. Okay, first from home to coffee shop you can go. E1 means number of a set of roads or set of ways from you can go from home to coffee shop. So that for E1 we have N1 is equal to 3. There are 3 roads, first road, second road. You know that if you want to go from one place to another place, there can be many ways. You can select any way you like. Okay, you can select a long way, long route, or a short route. So there are 3 routes. So N1 is equal to 3. From coffee shop to theater, N2, that is 5, and from theater to college there are 2 ways or 2 routes. So first you can go from home to coffee shop in 3 ways. So first operation can be done in 3 ways, second can be done in 5 ways, and third can be done in 2 ways. So by fundamental principle of counting, that is multiplication rule, again I am applying the multiplication principle. This total number of ways you can complete this task is 3 5 15 to the 30. So in 30 ways you can reach from home to college. So whatever way you like, you can select that way. Either you want to go from this road or this road, whatever is convenient to you. Okay, so this is again a simple example explaining the basic principle of counting, multiplication rule. Let us take the next example. You can see on your screen. Yes, now this is a mathematical example, an interesting one. Okay, we have a set x is equal to 1 2 3 up to 10, and S is a set of all triplets. A, B, C belongs to X, where A less than B and A less than C. I am writing here S is equal to set of all A, B, C, where A, B, C, these components belongs to the main set X. This is our universal set from which you have to take these coordinates, and the conditions on the coordinates are A less than B and A less than C. in school you have studied how to find the Cartesian product of a set X. See, X contains how many elements? 10 elements. So if you find X cross X cross X, Cartesian product of X with itself, it gives you all possible triplets where A, B, C belongs to X. Then how many number of elements are there in X cross X cross X? That is X cube. There are 10 into 10 into 10, because for each of these we have 10 possibilities. You know that formula for number of elements in A cross B. N of A cross B is given by Na into Nb. It is also true for any number of sets. So n of A cross B cross C is equal to Na into Nb into Nc and so on. So using that formula, we get this is equal to 10 cube, that is 1000. So there are 1000 triplets. So I cannot start writing 1000 triplets A, B, C, etc. by taking this different A, B, C from the main set 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. It is impossible to write 1000 triplets and then decide okay, which of the triplets satisfies this condition. So here our this combinatorics helps us okay, how to calculate without writing all these 1000 triplets of numbers from this set. Let us understand the condition here, all A, B and C all belongs to X. So if we take A is equal to something, say K belongs to X. If we take A is equal to K belongs to X, then because the condition that A less than B and A less than C, I cannot take A is equal to say 10 here. I cannot take A is equal to 10, because if I take 10 here in place of A, if I take 10, then these two cannot be less than A. Sorry, these two cannot be greater than A. Okay, so one possibility is ruled out. I can take A is equal to 9. If I take A is equal to 9, then only possibilities for B and C are 10, 10. So this is a possible triplet, or this is an element of our set S. In short, what I am saying is this: our set contains this kind of set triplets 2, 8 and say 6. This belongs to S, but 8, 2, 6 this does not belong to S because it does not satisfy that condition. Okay, A less than B is not true here. So we have to find the possibilities. If we take A is equal to K, then this A belongs to 1, 2, 3 up to 9. A has only 9 possibilities. Okay, A has only 9 possibilities, and then for each of these possibility, in how many ways you can select this and this? I am writing this way: for each A is equal to K, let us put, if we take A is equal to K belongs to X, then we define a set EK is equal to this K, B and C. K, B and C, where B and C belongs to X and K less than B and K less than C. These are the conditions. Okay. So what can you say about this EK? Okay. So for K is equal to say 1, I can select B and C. See, B and C both can be selected in how many ways? 10 ways. Sorry. B and C can be selected in 1 minute. K is equal to what? If I take K is equal to 1, then I can select B and C in the remaining ways, 9 ways. Okay. 1 minute. So if we take A is equal to K belongs to X, then there are 10 minus say K choices. 10 minus K choices. There are 10 minus K choices for B and C. Now how? see if I put k a is equal to k is equal to say for example 2. If I take a is equal to 2, then I cannot put 1 here, I cannot put 2 here, because once k is equal to the first coordinate a is equal to 2 is fixed, this has to be either from 3 to what 9, 3 to 10, 3 to 10. So how many possibilities are there for this? From all 10 elements we have to subtract this 1 and 2, because I cannot put 1 here or 2 here. So 10 minus what 2, and what is this 2? It is k. So whatever k you are selecting, that you have to subtract from total number of elements, and that will be the possibilities for B and C. So there are 10 minus k possibilities for B and 10 minus k possibilities for C. Okay. So now this is the main thing. Okay, for each selection a is equal to k for the first coordinate, B and C can be selected in 10 minus k ways. Okay. So I define Ek is equal to this thing k, b and c, where b and c belongs to x, k less than b and k less than c. Then how many elements are there in Ek? This is fixed, k is fixed. We have selected a is equal to k. So for b there are 10 minus k possibilities, for c also there are 10 minus k possibilities. So total number of ways of applying these two operations is 10 minus k into 10 minus k. There are two operations of selecting or filling these coordinates b and c. The first can be done in 10 minus k ways, second can be done in 10 minus k ways. So total number of ways is 10 minus k square, 10 minus k square. Okay. And what is our main aim for each k, and how many k's are there? As I told you, k is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to 9. You cannot take k is equal to 10. That possibility is ruled out. So therefore the total number of elements in the set S, that is mod S, you can write as, or first of all you can write S as union of, what is S actually? It consists of all such triplets. So if you combine all such EKs, that is S is equal to union of Ek, where k is equal to what? 1 to 9. I can put any k from 1 to 9 but not 10 here, and then for each possibility for k I will get one set Ek, and union of all such sets will give you the required set S. So number of elements in S, that is mod S, is equal to mod of this union Ek, and k is equal to 1 to 9. You want and remember that these Ek's are pairwise disjoint, and therefore this is equal to sigma mod of Ek, k is equal to 1 to 9, k is equal to 1 to 9. And just now we have proved that mod of Ek is 10 minus k square. So k is equal to 1 to 9, 10 minus k whole square. This will be our final answer. So number of elements in S, that is number of triplets ABC satisfying this condition is this. Let us compute this value. How to compute this value? This is equal to, you can expand or yes, sigma say 100 minus 20k plus k square, k is equal to 1 to 9. So this is equal to, I am writing here, sigma k is equal to 1 to 100, so I am writing 100 outside, minus 20 sigma k, 1 to 9, this is also 1 to 9, plus sigma k square, k is equal to 1 to 9. And you know how to compute all these values. What is the answer for the first one? 9. Okay. And for the second one, minus 20 into sigma k formula, you know, k into k plus 1 by 2. Sorry, 9 into 9 plus 1 by 2. So 9 into 10 by 2. And for k square, what is the formula? Sigma n square, n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. And n is 9 here. So plus 9 into 9 plus 1, that is 10, plus into 2n plus 1, that is 18 plus 1, 19 upon 6. So this will turn out to be what? If you calculate this, you will get this answer 285. Okay, this is one way. There is also a simple way of calculating this 10 minus k square. Instead of applying this difficult one, let me show you some simple technique of calculating this sigma. I want to find a value of this sigma k is equal to 1 to 9 10 minus k square. So let us put one by one. K is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to 9. If I put k is equal to 1 here, what I will get? 10 minus 1, 9 square. For k equal to 2, 10 minus 2, 8 square. Then 7 square. Plus for k equal to 9, you will get 1 square. So instead of expanding that way, just directly substitute the values and you will get one simple sum of squares from 1 to 9. So this is actually sigma I square. I is equal to 1 to 9. Now I can use that simple formula directly. So 9 into 9 plus 1, that is 10, into 2n plus 1, that is 18 plus 1, 19 by 6. So that turns out to be 285. That you can verify. Okay. So this is one interesting problem based on that addition rule. Let us see the next example on your screen. Here x is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 25. That set is given, and the new set S is defined as set of all pairs of elements a comma b. Remember, it is written in the form of sets. First, let me write down the problem from the board from the slide. 1 to 25. S is equal to set of all unordered pairs. That's why it is written in the set form. AB belongs to X. I have not used a simple parenthesis. It is simple curly brackets. And our aim is to find number of elements in S subject to these different conditions. Mod of A minus B is equal to 5. Mod of A minus B is less than or equal to 5, and so on. Okay. Let us solve one by one. Come to the board. The first one, mod of A minus B is equal to